Hi, this is Amy with Momma-Builds. Come build with me. So today I'm in my Bikini Bottom world. It's part 54, and I am doing a tutorial of a saloon in Bikini Bottom called Knobby Knuckles. Is that what it is? I gotta look back at my Google picture. Yeah, Knobby Knuckles. That's right. So Knobby Knuckles, which there's going to be a sign coming out, and it's a pretty big, kind of awkward looking sign. It took me a minute. I didn't even know what it was, but I think it's supposed to be like a raggedy looking fist. Um, with the words Knobby Knuckles on it. So, and then there is a sign that also says saloon up here on the wooden um, built-in sign to the building. So let me go ahead and kind of show you what I've already done, and then we'll finish it together. So basically, I did a 20 by 20 square here, and I filled it in with birch. I did the square with spruce. When you look at the picture of the Knobby Knuckles Saloon, it's got a lot of different wood features. And so I chose spruce because I felt like it matched the main wood of the building. And then it's got this little detailing, which I decided to do birch. I thought I'd carry that birch into the flooring on the inside. And then the outside, they have this overhang that was clearly like a hay. So I chose with like a bamboo pole. So I chose bamboo all around, and we'll just go ahead and finish it. So like I said, if you want to get started, you can get started with your own saloon, a 20 by 20 square with spruce, fill it in with birch, and you are good to go. Then, because this is like an old timey Western saloon, you're going to do one birch block, not birch, one spruce block out on each side. As you can see, I did because it's got like that storefront look. And then we're going to come up one, two, three blocks, and then a fourth block with will be the birch. I went in one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and then I went up an additional one, two, three, four blocks, and then I put a birch block on that. So 3 blocks and a birch. 4 blocks and a birch after you go in 7 on both sides, and that's going to give you that traditional Western kind of saloon storefront look. So once you get that done, I didn't see any like windows of any kind. I'm gonna do at least on the sides from the Google picture that I have of the Knobby Knuckles Saloon. It does look like there are 2 windows on either side. I'm going to make them pretty big because that's gonna be the only light besides the light that's going to come in from the top, because I'm going to do my usual in a build like this where there's not a lot of windows. I like to do a window skylight or a glass block skylight ceiling because I really like to have that light. So on the inside, if you wanted to do that as well, I like to do a perimeter block. You don't have to before I start doing my glass block, or you can just fill it all in with the spruce if you don't mind it kind of dark and dingy. Especially for this saloon, that would kind of go with the type of build. But I'm not a fan, so I like to keep mine a little more light and bright. I like to be able to see, and for the purposes of doing YouTube videos, where I'm building something with you, I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So it's helpful to have things kind of light and bright so you can see whatever it is that I'm building or doing or whatever for block counting or exactly what type of materials I'm using or whatever. It's just easier if you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and just fill in this ceiling right here, and ta-da, it's done. So along with the square and then the storefront, we talked about the ceiling. Let's talk a little bit about this. It has, which is kind of traditional for like an old Western town, cowboy town. I did extend the birch out past the spruce 3 blocks all the way around. So it's 3 blocks all the way around, kind of like that traditional boardwalk kind of a look of a Western town. So it's definitely got that Westerny look. So Like I said, I use spruce, so let's just fill in our walls here, and then we'll start doing the details in the front and finish our awning that comes down over the storefront's front of the shop. So I gotta come back and fill in that grass. Alrighty then. So here we go. I have 3 blocks. I have the outer block, the wall block, and then this is 1 block in. I think I'm going to go 2 blocks in. And then I did find the center for my door. So that's my door, and took out the spruce and put in the birch so that it'll look nice. And then I am going to go ahead and just add a little bit more spruce around here before I fill it in with my glass block for the window. So I have 2. I need to do 1 more over here. Really? Come on. Let's cooperate, please. Alright, is that too big? I don't think that's too big. It's definitely bigger than the Bikini Bottom version. So 2 blocks on that side, 2 blocks on that side. I just don't want it too small. I want it, it's the only windows of the entire joint. I'd like to have them a decent size. So now we can start uh, coming down in where the door is going to be, fill that in. So here's the deal. I have a problem with, I have another build, I think, is it the chicken shack? I'm pretty sure it was the chicken shack that I built that needed those saloon, Western saloon doors. And it was just killing me um, to get it to work the way I wanted to. I'm going to go over there really quick because it's just right over here beyond the Bargain Mart and the Angry Jack's Shell Emporium. So just in case you're not aware, I have a huge Bikini Bottom. I have, like I said, this is video 54. Check them out if you're interested in more Bikini Bottom builds. So this is the chicken shack that I did, and I think I ended up just using, yeah, I just ended up using fences because that's the way, or the gates, because that's like as close to that kind of a door as possible. I would really like to use the green looking, what do you call it? It's like the weird copper, oxidized copper stuff. I have it in my queue down there. I would like to use that, but they're just, because it looks like the saloon doors the most, but it's just not going to work the way I want it to work. So we can do this. It looks like the saloon door color. They're green. There's also green shutters on the windows, which is why I think I'm going to go in 1 more because I am going to need shutters. So the windows are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end of the day. And you know what? That'll be big enough, especially because we do have the skylight. So I'm going to fill in my windows, and then we can finish our little discussion about what we want to do, what the possibilities are. The Knobby Knuckle Saloon has these 2 big windows, and then they have green shutters that kind of go with the green um, saloon doors that it has. That's why I kind of wanted to use the weathered copper door that's green, because I like that it matches the shutters, which is actually goes with the Google pic, the Google image that I have. I'm going to leave that open in case he'd like to leave. It'd be super great if you'd like to leave, Trader. Please feel free to go. All right. So like I said, we can do these guys and just fill in the spruce and be like, okay, there it is. This is the Knobby Knuckle Salute. And that would work, and that would be okay. I could live with that. Or we could do like I did with the chicken shack. There isn't a green one really, a gate. So I guess I would just use the birch or the birch or the bamboo, because we do have a little bit of that bamboo awning that's going to come out. So over the front door, but I would either choose the birch or the bamboo, and I'll put that in, and you can decide which one you're going to use, and this might help me decide which one I'm going to use. So I would really like to do it here and get rid of this one if that's what I'm going to do. But I don't love it. I just don't love it. It's hard for me to like it. I did it with the chicken shack, but you know what? I think I'm gonna go with the weathered copper door, even though it's not the saloon style door like this. Um, it matches the shutters, which is the look that Bikini Bottom gave it, so that's what I'm gonna stick with. You feel free to do which one you like, because the copper doors really don't look like the saloon doors at all. So, however, they are the same color as the shutters, which is what they're supposed to be. So I'm going to open this guy back up, let him out if he wants to come out, and then we are going to finish this awning. So I went up about, let's look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At the eighth one is where I started the lower part of my steps. So 8, 9, 10. At 10, which is at where the roof is, that's where I started my awning. So let's go ahead, 10th block up. Let's go ahead and finish. And then I did this. A lot of the times when I do stuff like this, I won't have these blocks, but I liked the look of them, so I used them this time. So we're going to go back, and it made it easy for placing the stairs, so, I don't know why the bamboo makes such a weird noise. Okay, so there we go. We have our little awning over our saloon, and I really like how it's turned out. It's really kind of cool. So now I have to decide, am I going to try to do a letter or try to spell the word saloon? I really don't think there's enough room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six, six letters. Ugh. I don't think that's I don't think that's gonna go so hot. All right. So here's another thing. There's some details. There's a skull, like a cow skull, and a little sign that says saloon, and then there's these little like things that are these little pieces of wood that come down. So I think I'm going to use birch for those little pieces of wood that come down, and I'm going to see if this is going to work. Either birch buttons or birch fencing. But basically, I mean, I guess it kind of looks like what it looks like. So, I mean, it's not bad. All right, I can work with that. Okay, so that's a little detail taken care of. Um, how am I gonna do the wrapping around of the sign? That's just not gonna happen. Um, let's clear that up. So let's go back to the queue here and see if we can find something that's gonna work for our two signs. Um, the bamboo fence, and then it's like a skin color because, like I said, it took me a while to realize what it was, but I think that it's supposed to be like a fist that says Knobby Knuckles on it. And it's going to be really weird to try to make a sign big enough that I can actually put the word Knobby Knuckles or Knuckles or fights. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to solve that problem. But it looks like, I'm just going to look at my Google picture real quick. Like it's a dark kind of a color that's kind of red. I think that is actually perfect. So we've got the red terracotta and the bamboo fence and the white terracotta. I think those are going to make that sign that's going to come stand out. I'm going to use stone for, it has like this little parking lot that I want to do in the front that's particular how it's created that works with the sign. And then the saloon sign that's actually on the built-in storefront sign of the building. That one, I don't know, you guys. I really feel like I just don't know if that's going to be possible. But it's almost white, but not quite. Not quite white. So I'm going to do a white block. And then I need to do some sort of a that skull. So I'm going to use some buttons for the eyes for the skull. So let's go down and we'll find like the dark oak button. And then I might use, that's oak, is that birch? Yeah, a birch button to like go around the sign to kind of make the shape. So let's see what we can do. I really don't know if this is gonna turn out at all, but so that could be, I mean, I could do SALO. There's no way I'm going to be able to do the whole saloon. But I'm trying to think, is there something else I could do that would be like maybe like a BBS for like Bikini Bottom Saloon? Or I could do bar. Let's just do bar. Instead of saloon, we're going to do bar. Because that I think I can actually fit. Can I actually fit it? It's gonna go, okay, let's do this. It's gonna go all the way down to my awning, but that's alright. So B, that's gonna be the A, so then that means the R is gonna be like that. There's my R. Okay, so instead of saloon, I'm gonna do bar. It's definitely huge, which means I don't think I'm going to be able to do the skull. So that kind of sucks too, because I'd like to do the skull. So maybe what I'm going to do, instead of the bar, maybe I'm not going to do a word. I'm just going to do that western skull instead, and we'll just skip a word, and then we're going to have to make, if we do Knobby Knuckles, it's going to be huge. Maybe we'll just do bar on the Knobby Knuckle sign, because the Knobby Knuckle sign, like I said, it's going to have to be humongous compared to the saloon. So I think I'm still going to use white. I want to make like a face here that looks kind of like, oh, it's not like symmetrical. That's not going to work. So here we'll have to do this, which might actually look better, possibly. Okay, so there's the skulls of the cow skull, and I'm gonna move those. I'm gonna move those just to the side like that, and then that's fine because I didn't like that these guys were touching anyways. Okay, so we still have that look. Now, this, I don't know if this looks like a skull to you, but this is my cow skull, and I'm going to put my eyes right there, and then he has, that's all he has. I don't think he has anything else. He just has like those brown holes for his eyes, and he does have a little nose thing right here, but there's just like no way I'm going to be able to do that. It's just going to make him look like like weirdo. So, yeah, so there you go. So there's the skull above my Knobby Knuckle Saloon. And I really don't want to take time to excavate this right now, but I'm gonna have to, and I'm just sorry. I'm gonna make it kind of small, but the Knobby Knuckle Saloon has this little parking lot area and then a little like driveway to the street, and it's this little grassy space between the parking lot and the street that the sign comes up. And I wanted to do the sign since I'm not going to be able to fit Knobby Knuckles on the sign. I wanted to at least do everything else as much as I possibly could close to the way it's designed in the actual Bikini Bottom. So let's do that. So we'll do a couple more rows. Keep going past where I'm supposed to. I haven't been paying attention to time. I know we haven't been close to an hour, but... So you guys, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Subscribing is really important. It helps the algorithm, and it supports my channel, which I really do appreciate. And the other thing is comments are great because if there are certain types of videos that you would like to watch, if you comment and let me know what those are, I can do them. And if you want a video like that, it's very possible that other people are going to want that type of a video. So any types of requests and things like that, I do try to honor those. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that like, I feel like that. So this is kind of like the driveway that goes into the parking lot. And then the sign for the Knobby Knuckles Saloon is like right here. And I think I'm going to use the bamboo planks. And I should have kept the stair because I want to make it look. So I'm going to do, this is going to be the sign's pole. I'm going to do, I thought about just doing the fence, but I think I want to do the pole, make it look a little more substantial. So excuse me while I clear the weather, turn it to day so you can see what's going on. So that's what I'm going to do for the sign. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to fill in my stone really quick, and then maybe we might have time to go inside and actually do some tables and a bar and some like kitchen-y bartender type stuff. It would be cool if I could like place potion bottles. How awesome would that be? I could make some shelves, place some potion bottles. I would absolutely freaking love that. But Minecraft doesn't let you place things like that, which is a real stinker. My son says that he's seen, and I don't know if this is something he's seen on YouTube, but most likely, that you can place an item block and like an item frame block, and then put like an item in it, and then make the item frame block invisible or something. Like, you know how they have the invisible block that you can use as like a placer block, but you can't see it. So I don't know how that would really work, but apparently it's possible. No, I do not know how to do it. Sorry. And I thought my son knew how, and I was doing a tutorial or a build battle or something with him, and I'm like, hey, teach me how to do that. And he's like, oh, no, I don't know how to do it. I know, I know you can do it, supposedly. But I will tell you this, something that is frustrating to me. So we've been playing Minecraft at my house now for a good 10 years at least. And we really enjoy Minecraft. We always have. But the thing that really is just kind of a stinker is that um, you can get on YouTube and you can watch all of these really cool videos that are so cool. And you're just like, oh my gosh, how did they do that? And my sons, when they were younger, they would watch these YouTube videos about, these different mods and these different things you could do. And then they'd come to me and like, Mom, I really want to do this, or I really want to do that on Minecraft. Can you help me, figure this out? And I would try, and to come to find out that it was like animation or on the PC, or just like not really Minecraft. And I was just like, really? And then my kids, when they were younger, not now, but when they were younger, they'd be like really upset because I couldn't produce the same things that they could find on YouTube. I'm like, I'm sorry, you guys, but all right. So something that's weird about this sign, you would think that this sign would be facing this way, but it doesn't. It faces sideways like this. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it true to my Google image. And I'm going to just kind of build out, kind of make kind of a square shape at first. So I did 3 out. So 3 out. And then I'm just going to go up. And this is going to be like the center anchor to my fist. So, okay. So I have a 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 7 by 5 square. Now I'm going to pull out, I'm going to make it a little thicker, not that thick, and I'm just going to go in one on each one, because it looks like a, a fist, a hand put in a fist. And I know I'm not going to be able to do like the fingers, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to make those, but I'm going to take off these corner pieces to make it look a little more rounded as much as you can do. And then I think about that. Does that at all look like a clenched fist? I mean, I don't know how I'm going to do the fingers. I just don't see that working out super great. So I'm going to take a look at my picture here real quick. I really don't think the way they have it, it really looks like this crazy. I mean, honestly, before I realized that it was a clenched fist, I thought it looked like a blob of bubblegum. Like, it's just not a very great shape to begin with. It's really hard to tell that it's even a fist, but I'm pretty sure that it is one. And so, because of the name Knobby Knuckles, fights nightly, so I'm just gonna do, I can't even do 2Ks on that. Banner's gonna be too big, but these are really gonna be kind of small. This cherry's gonna be too pink. Let's do birch. Holy Moses. Didn't I just clear a storm like 2 seconds ago? Alright, so I'm gonna do Knobby. Oh, that's so stupid. It's so tiny. What's the point? I don't even feel like that's even worth it. You know what I mean? It's not even worth it. I'm going to fill this in a little bit more. So, I don't know. That's ticking me off. Okay, so I'm just going to do a K then because and it's for the knobby knuckles, and we're just going to knobby knuckles. We'll do a K on this side for knobby and a K on that side for knuckles. But do you know what I mean? Like how huge would I have to make this stupid looking fist to make it? Yeah. So there you go. There's my Knobby Knuckles Saloon sign. I don't love it. I don't love it. I really don't. But it's just gonna have to work. I would really like to do. I'd like to make this a little more stick out. I know it's like less knuckly looking, less hand look, but I just like the shape of that better. Okay, so really the only thing that it's missing is that this cow skull thingy is a lot smaller, and there's like this little sign that says saloon, but you know what, guys? That's it's okay. This is real life here. This is Minecraft. It doesn't have to be exact, and thank goodness for that. So let's go and kick this guy out. I'm gonna put some steps here so people can actually get in. And now we are going to make the actual saloon. So let's go down. Let's decide what we want to have. I'm going to use barrels, and I'm going to give him some like standard kitchen items. A furnace for like a stove top, cauldron. I'm going to use anvils for all my seating, I think. All stool seating. I might use a couple of paintings at some point. What else do I want to take while I'm in here? I'm not going to do, like I said, I so wish that I could like use the honey bottle or the potion bottles and place them. But what I might do is see if I can use an item frame and maybe see if I can put that in it. I don't normally do stuff like that, but I'm going to give that a little try. And while I'm here, I'm going to get my tripline hook for my faucet, and then I'll get stuff for tables and stuff like that later. I should have gotten a sword so I could just like get rid of these guys. Come on, get out of the way. This is where I want to build my bar, so move it, sister. Okay, so I'm going to do a nice little line right here. Seriously, dude, go away. Why do you gotta be over here? This is gonna be the bartender's like, can you just get out of the way? Stop. Somebody hits you, you get back in their face? Really? Go. Take your camels with you. Or alpacas or llamas or whatever the crap they are. Go. Get out of here. Oh my gosh. Go away. Just go away. Just go somewhere else. Go drink your bottle of crud somewhere else. Okay. Did he just take it? He did. He disappeared. He didn't want to get hit anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple of like cabinets. Is that 5? Yes. And then the rest of them, the rest of the space, I'm gonna do uh, shelves. But this guy's a problem, and so I'm gonna get rid of him real quick because he's driving me nuts. I tried to be nice. I tried to just get you to go away the nice way. She didn't want to do it, so now you have to die. Okay, thank you. Thanks for playing. Okay. That's the wrong one. Okay. So I am going to do my little like cook area there, and then I'm gonna do a faucet over here, and then we can say like maybe these are like on tap things. So 1, 2, 3. Like maybe he has. Those are going to be like the bar taps. Then I'm going to do, you could tell probably that I don't drink. I don't know anything about bars or alcohol, so I'm sorry. Let's do birch because I want it to be something different. I want it to stand out. So let's see if this is really going to work. Can I place it like that? I can. Alright, so I guess I should probably see if it's gonna work. Oh, it does! Okay! Yay! So that means I can go down here and I could do a couple of different colors. So like I have that orange one, I could do like a purple one, and I could do a not as purple, more of a violet one, green, and let's do like a blue. Ooh, that should be fun. So I did orange right there. Purple. Not quite purple. Nice. I like it. That's kind of fun. Kind of look like it's like the alcohol bottles. Um, I'm going to do a couple down here for grins and giggles. Right, so my different bottles of alcohol. And then I thought about like actually placing candles to make it look like stuff, but that's going to look totally different than the item frame holding the potion. So I'm just going to do this for everything. All right, so we have our different bottles of liquor. Sweet. I am going to put like one and then one over here. That's going to be how um, the bartender can get back and forth. that's like not up against. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to change that up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those guys are going to be next to each other. Okay. It just has to be symmetrical because I can't handle it. And then I'm going to use a bamboo fence because I just want to change it up. Oh, I guess it was birch. That's fine. I mean, I don't really care. I just didn't want it to be spruce or oak. All right. So there you go. So there is my bar for the bartender. He's got some taps, some kitchen stuff, and his potions on the shelves. So that's perfect, especially for Minecraft. And then I'm going to do some tables. I'm going to do some bamboo tables, and I would like to do any other colors, or should we just stick with bamboo? Let's just stick with bamboo. I like it. So I'm going to do... Dude, that's not going to be enough space, though, between, huh? It really needs to have 3. 3. So I'm spacing these guys out, and that one I'm not going to do. I'm spacing these guys out 3, so there's room for the anvils for the seating. And that should work out pretty good. So we're going to do our anvils. And you can do a couple that maybe just have 2. You could do some that have 4. You know, you could just kind of do it however you want to do it. So, like those guys, maybe these guys. This guy has like a 4. See what I'm saying? But maybe not all of them have it. Alright. There you go. I like it. So I feel like he needs like a register. So I'm going to give him so he can charge people for their potions. Whereas I need just like a block of wood. And then I totally took away what I was going to place, because that's what I do. Alright, so there's a register there. Comes in 3. Let's do one over here. 2, 3. Wrong way. That one was right, yes. Okay, so we've got a register, we've got the bar, we've got seating. Let's go ahead and add just a little bit of light. I'm not going to worry about too much. But maybe I'll put some on the tables. Like they're kind of a candlestick on each table. I'm going to do one over the doors. Then I'll do some over here on each window. And then I feel like one main picture would suffice. He's fighting a huge finger. That's exciting. Alright, so there it is, you guys. This is my Bikini Bottom Saloon. It's got seating, it's got a bar, it's got the potions. what I love about it is just the cool, like old-timey Western look in general. I actually like how my little cattle skull turned out, even though it's not exactly like the one in the Bikini Bottom World Google pic that I have. It doesn't look exactly like it, but it's close enough. It's got the feel. I really like it. I really like how it turned out overall. So please like and subscribe. Come back for more. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, or things that you want to see, just let me know in the comments below. And I always try to get to those eventually. And yeah, you guys have a great day and keep building.